This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we're slinging out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application that we feel like a lot of our readers are actually going to appreciate, because we have a feeling that a lot of our readers are actually closeted board game strategy players. We don't know what that means, really. Anyway, the application is called North and South, and it's available for a solid $2.99 or $3, give or take a penny, in the App Store. This application is a direct reiteration of a classic board game for the iPad, which is pretty cool. And despite the fact that we like the music, I'm going to turn it off just so you can hear me slightly easier. So obviously, North and South means that this game is based around the Civil War. Yeah, if you couldn't have figured that out before. And the basic idea there is that this is based exactly on an old board game, a retro-style strategy board game that pitted the North and the South against each other, with a lot of history thrown in, etc., etc., and a gameplay style that's sort of similar to Risk, if you've ever played that, or any of the other strategy games that tend to float around. Cool thing about this app is that you can pick any specific year, so you can go March 1861 all the way to 64 if you like, play any part of that. You have Mexicans, Indians, you can turn on or off, weather, and mini games too are included. So let's go ahead and just dive straight into this. Of course, you do have options here: sound effects, music, flip controls, all of that is included here. I'm just going to select 63 and hit start. The map will load, and then it will give you a very, very sort of quick summary of what's going on, which is very handy. So here is the general theater for the war, and of course you can pick whichever side that you would like to play, which I'm playing as a Union soldier at the moment. But you grab the unit, you drag it to wherever you would like to go. So I'm about to invade North Carolina here. And then there we go. This is the main battle mechanic. Basically you select the various units. Comme ça. French, excuse me. You select the various units by clicking on their respective little tiles down here. And then you just start shooting away. So in this sense, you get a very direct sort of gameplay. Well, I guess you just have very direct gameplay in that sense. But it is kind of cumbersome as something that you can change the formation of your units via that. It's just something that we found to be sort of cumbersome in general. It is intuitive enough in the sense that it's very quick to punch these buttons down here, and then equally as quick to hit the attack functions, so that's relatively quick. But in general, we just didn't feel like we had as much control over this as we might have liked. There's another mini game that's included that's sort of whack-a-mole-ish, which is quite nice. But all in all, yeah, that's pretty much our only complaint with the application, is actually the fact that that specific battle sequence is a little awkward to play with, but not too terribly. So just conquered another state, which is quite nice. So, with that in mind, that is the basic mechanic. With each of your turns, you will move your units to a location, and then from there you will either battle, you'll play a mini game, you'll have fairies that collect gold for you, etc., etc., and you will go until you have conquered the enemy. So that is basically the same game mechanic. It's very similar to something like Risk, or of course the old board game that this is based off of. In terms of graphics, the game looks absolutely, basically fantastic, is our opinion. It's got a nice cartoony kind of set that we enjoyed quite a lot. And the game itself is rather quirky, we should mention. It's got a lot of quirk and a lot of humor to it, which is something that we like. So with that in mind, it's got a lot of charm and it's got a lot of value. I'm going to go ahead and move that there, and then attack. So with that in mind, you know, it does have a lot of appeal to it in that sense. And our only real complaint is the fact that this application does kind of have a cumbersome battle sequence, and that's really about it. The price is spot on at $2.99. You're definitely going to get your money's worth out of this app. And with the various mini games and strategy elements that are included, you know, it is fun. So obviously you figure out some strategies to deal with this, you figure out your tactics, and then life slowly becomes a little easier. So, yeah, all in all, that's essentially what we have to say about it. It's a good-looking game. It comes with a lot of strategy, and of course, for fans of the original board game, it's very much a boon to have this on the iPad. Also, we really like the Canada drawing up there. That's quite nice, too. Very stereotypical. Anyway, so with all that in mind, $2.99 for the app. What do we give it? We do give it a 4 out of 5 star rating. We think it's a nice strategy addition to the iOS, to what's available on the iOS system. And if you're into this kind of game, then definitely give it a go. It's on the cheap side. So again, that's a 4 out of 5 star rating, and that's all we have to say about it. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.